API error, 400 type, error, type by invalid request error, message, output blocked by content filtering policy, request ID, rec 011CMAI3E5XITFEL7RUB2B by Shady. Hear this. Before you drew your first breath, before any name was written in any register, before your mother held you and your father wept, you were already known. Isaiah does not speak these words as poetry alone. He speaks what truly happened to him. God called him from the womb, named him before he had a throat to cry with. And through Isaiah's real life, through his actual calling, the Father is showing each of us something the mind resists with everything it has. You were not assembled by chance. The I Am that lives within you, the one and only creative power in this universe, spoke your name into existence before the world had a chance to tell you who you were, before the limitations, before the failures, before the voice of lack ever whispered in your ear. The psalmist says, God saw our unformed substance, that his eye was upon us in the depths where no outer eye can reach. You were called, you were formed, you were named, and that name was not failure. It was not abandoned or unloved or too late. It was the name of one fashioned to be a light to the nations. Now, look at John. John the Baptist truly lived. He stood at the Jordan, and people came to him asking, are you the one? Are you the Christ? And he answered, and I want you to sit with this answer because it is the deepest teaching in all of today's reading. He said, well, what do you suppose that I am? I am not he. 4 words, I am not he. John knew that the outer man, the voice crying in the wilderness, the figure the crowd could see and touch, was not the Christ. The Christ was coming after the one whose sandals he could not touch. And hear me on this, the Christ that John was pointing to is not somewhere out there still waiting to arrive. Through John's real and magnificent life, the Father is showing you that the Christ, the I Am, lives within. The outer you, the surface self, the worried mind reviewing yesterday's failures, that is not he. That is the herald. The Christ is already within you, already present, already arrived. Then look at Zechariah. His mouth had been shut for 9 months, not as punishment, as preparation, a season of silence before the word is given to the world. And when the moment came to name the child, he did not argue or hedge. He took the tablet and wrote, John is his name. And the dumbness fell away. His tongue was loosed and he praised God. This is the law. The moment you stop arguing with what God has already named you, whole, worthy, provided for, called, the dumbness of your old thinking breaks. Stop demanding that your outer world confirm what is already written within. The assumption is this: go within, declare the name God gave you before time, and let the speech return. So today, before this day carries you any further, go within, not to beg, not to petition some distant power, but to remember what was true of you before the world got its hands on you. God called you from the womb. The Christ lives in you. You have been named by the only name that matters, the I Am, the wish fulfilled, the eternal identity no circumstance can touch. Enter the upper room of your own consciousness. Write that name. Speak it without flinching. Assume the feeling of it already accomplished. And remember what Isaiah was told. It is too little a thing to raise up only your own small life. When you dwell in the wish fulfilled, you stop being a voice crying in the wilderness, and you become what John was always pointing toward. The living Word, the I Am made manifest in the days of your own life. You were not sent here to be the herald forever.
You were sent here to discover the Christ within. He is already there. Until tomorrow, I love you.